Sure, yes. I'm Simon Burall, as you said, Head of Public Dialogue for ScienceWise, which is a programme of the Department for Business Innovation and Skills that's all about embedding public dialogue. How do you bring the public voice into policy making? And so my interest here is that kind of the whole field of data science is totally changing the way government does policy, and it has the potential to significantly change the relationship between the public and government. And the question for me is, how do you involve the public and engage the public and wider society in the sorts of questions that government is engaging with when it thinks about the impact of data science on policy making? Sure, it's been a really interesting mix of social scientists, of policymakers, and of computer scientists, and I guess I hadn't really quite expected that mix to be here. So that's been interesting, and so the topic has been kind of really quite broad and ranging across quite a broad range of topics. And obviously I've only been in 2 sessions, so it's difficult to tell for a 3-day conference. But it certainly seems like it's going to open up a range of very interesting issues. I guess there will be much better understanding, I guess, of data science, and I think that the keynote speech at the start was very good at kind of laying out some of those challenges. In particular, there's a significant misconception about what big data is. Big data isn't an Excel spreadsheet that you can't email. Big data is something very, very different, and I think many policymakers and social scientists don't understand that, for example. So better understanding of kind of the texture of the debate that there is, and then, as with any conference, it's then the relationships that you build up, and so looking at who's talking to who, and are you getting kind of between discipline boundaries, policymakers talking with scientists and so on, I think is the other thing you'll get. I think there almost certainly is, if you can get the network set up right. And actually what you need is a network that's not closed and thinking about itself, but a network that is itself, the members of, or engaging with society about the questions that are in the network. If you have a closed network, it will have some useful conversations, but it won't really impact on society. The question is, can you bring society into the network, or society's views into the network, and vice versa? And so that's, how do you network the network, would be the question.